Everybody, it's time for Starcom. I've been completely not touching this game at all for the last 24 hours.
Liar.
Okay, I did a little bit. I played a little bit earlier on today. That was it.
Pants on fire.
Okay, so how about this, right? We opened up the cruiser at the end of the last stream, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. And I have done a little bit of work. The Mark III is fully functional and doing its thing. Is it not, Red Moogle?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you do realize I see on Steam when you start game. Yes, I do know that. I was hoping you weren't going to mention that, Orphan. So, yes, the Mark III is fully functional, doing its thing. However, the Mark IV will be the full rivaled mess. And I mean that. It's insane what I've managed to do with this thing. So, we're going to continue. I've done a good thing. I think I have... Red was impressed.
I was. He figured it out.
Yeah. I thought I was going to need like 21 extra hexes to do it. No. This is what I've built. Ain't she pretty? Should I give him the full tour, Red?
You should.
Okay. This is the Cruiser Mark III. The Mark IV will be faster. Okay, so the Cruiser Mark III has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plasma Mark IIs. It's got 2 hangar bays. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 missile launchers. What else? Oh, yeah, it's got the 2 Havoc Mark 1s. It's got a shield. Yeah. The fighters in this game are amazing. So I need, and I do mean this, I need to get the advanced logistics. So I'm going to do that. Then we're going back to the shipyard, and I've got the advanced logistics because I need to do a couple of things. Right, so first, I need to get rid of that. I need to get rid of that. I need to turn you that way. Turn you that way. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Propulsion. I need 2 more Mark IIs. 1 on each side. Yeah, this is 8 engines. Everything's fine, isn't it, Red?
Yeah.
Armor, I need a mini deflector going that way, and a mini deflector going that way. Okay, she's done.
Time for a test.
Yeah. So max speed is 26.3 AU a second. Yeah, okay, we're not going to believe that. Void speed is 195. She's fine. She's got 2 fighter bays. I really like that because it does this. She's already got wings. You say I can add 2 small wings to this thing? Okay, if you insist, I'm going to add 2 small wings. Red, Wolven's making me build stuff.
He's not making you do anything.
Yeah, he is.
Suggesting.
He's making me do stuff. Propulsion, that's it. Okay. I do have the dorsal wing on as well, just in case anyone's wondering. What does that do to my speed? Oh, my void speed is now 132. Okay. 232, sorry. My bad. All right. So, jobs are good. What I suggest, and I'm just suggesting this, if people don't agree with me, we can say no. We go around all the things that have got blue circles on, yeah? And then we go here to upset people.
Yes.
If you want me to find a fight as well, Wolfen, I know exactly where to find one, so don't worry. All right, so we're going to go here. We're going to see what... Oh, no, we know what's up there. That's where the Pirate Lagoon, they want us to say, no, it's all good. You don't have to kill us anymore. And we're not finished killing them, so... Oh, I'll definitely find fights with this thing. My speed is already 107 at one point during that. It's like, yeah, let's go fast. Aha! Your lander glides into the region marked on the map Commander Dulson gave you. The waters of the shallow seas lap against the large brass-coloured object that looks as if it were just sat down there. Ensign Perix. It's hard to tell how long it's been here since it's impermeable to weathering, but the sediment beneath it shows zero solar radiation effect, suggesting it has been here many, many years. Ringwell Tolian fragment. Well, that's going to need a little bit of investigating, isn't it? Yes, we should definitely investigate that. Oh, no, 150 research points. What am I going to do with all these research points? Research stuff, I know. Again, it's difficult to learn much about the component given the possibility of assessing the interior. It does seem like this part has a way of receiving auditory input. Well, that's nice. So that's that one done. Yay. Okay. To the forge. Lance. It looks like a star forge. And if you don't know what the star forge is, obviously you're not doing a lot of KOTOR in your life. I mean, this ship can be upgraded by going with the Mark III energy reactor things. Can't it, Red?
Yep.
But I haven't done the research for him yet. Oh, yes. Launching Havoc to keep the bad guys off us for a little bit. Fighters out. Target set. Missiles away. Got an elite center up there that's being annoying, so... Oh, he's running for his life. It says something that I can outrun my own missiles. Yay, more fighters. They'll come back, don't worry. Right, let's go to see you. I'm going to measure striking Gulf Dwarf Star with a mass slightly higher than Jupiter's. There's no visible access points. So we can't do anything with that yet. I mean, that kind of sucks, but at the same time, we're okay with that, aren't we, Ren?
Oh, yeah.
Now, I do want to get into a bit of a bigger fight. And what did we learn from this, ladies and gentlemen? Don't jump in on top of rival. He doesn't like it.
Unless you ask nicely.
Yes. Or you've got cookie dough ice cream for him.
It's true.
I've got to say, I do like the design of my ship. And she's practically heat neutral as well, in case anyone's wondering. Alright, we've got a fight coming in. You can just try and puke on me. Shield up. Literally didn't do anything because the fighters were just like... How's the game? Oh, those are fancy missile trails. No, they would be fighters. Yeah, I have... Okay, Drahid wasn't here, so I'm just going to give Drahid a quick overview of the ship. This is the Cruiser Mark IV. It's amazing. It's the definition of rivaled. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Plasma 2 firing positions, 4 missile firing positions, 2 fighter bays, 8 engines, a shield generator, 2 Havocs, and if you look very closely, just around the shiny bit in the middle, that's a partridge in a pear tree. No, this is definitely not a turtle in space, because turtles go slow. This thing shifts, doesn't it, Red?
Yes.
It tends to say, I don't want to be here anymore. Goodbye. It's the turtle that wins the race with the hare. Turtle that could have won the race with the hare if it wasn't for the fact it shot the hare. Multiple times. This is a bit of a understeering issue. Okay. There's a parish there, but I'm going to go for the faithful first. One down. 2 down. Oh, we got a brogady things. Remember, those things were hard to kill.
It's a long... It feels like a long time ago. But it's actually probably 4 hours of game time.
Okay. Oh, they're firing at us. We'll let them because we've got our point defense plasmas. Alright, I am not even going to engage this with guns. I'm going to do this with just the fighters because they can take this thing down on its own. You ready? I appreciate that, Wolven, but yeah. All right. We're done there. We're all finished. So I'm going to go back to here because we do have points to use. Research points. Once we've used the research points, we're then going to continue on annoying people who are from this area of space, galaxy, whatever. I think Hammer wanted me to give out Out of Space 2 a go, I think it was. And I couldn't get on with it, could I, Ren?
No. Remember someone saying, do it. Do it. Oh, speaking of...
Yes, Ren?
We gave something a go today.
We did.
And we're not sure.
We're not sure. I can see me enjoying it, but right now I'm like, this is just... So we'll keep an eye on it. For those who are wondering, it's Menace. I'm still thinking about it. Okay. So we've got enough power. Yeah. Yeah, this is wrong. This is totally wrong. Too much speed. It's way too much speed. Research. 345. Okay. Now, I do want to get Reactors 3, because I've got a feeling that's going to save me some space. But I want to do bits that we really do need. So, for example, need to make sure we're getting the missile upgrades, don't we, Red? And the fighter drones.
Yes.
$220, $295. So I can do at least 3 on the fighter drones, just off what we've got. I'm assuming you do get like Plasma 3. Got enhanced warheads. Ooh, Trinity warheads. That'd be cool. That'd be so cool. Alright. I always like to get shields as well. But squadrons, because they're where we're getting all of our kicking and screaming, isn't it? Right now. Just say yes, rival.
Yes, rival.
So I'll get the reinforced fighters, because they can take more damage. Increase their squadrons by 2. And I'm going to get more, get them more speed. Cool. So I believe there should be 7 per launch now. Yeah, so we've got 6 squadrons, and they should have 7 units in each squadron. Well, I don't know how many there is, but it looks terrifying.
In theory, 42. But who knows?
It looks terrifying.
It does.
And they've got more damage.
Yep.
Fighter drones. Yeah, now I've got 7 HP, max 42 drones. And they go faster. This is actually getting a little bit terrifying, and I'm okay with it. I will update the missiles, so the swarm missiles fire 3 missiles at once, which will be absolutely hilarious. Okay, it's time for us to go and look at something else. Yellow fog. I want to go to look at the yellow fog. Okay. Because I think we might have figured out how to disable that or whatever. We might not have, and I'm okay if we haven't. Didn't mean to fire them. Don't worry about it. Hi guys, you lot are amazing, you know that? I mean, you all want to die if you don't, like, stop being mean and doing a protection racket. Seriously, my ship could literally swat you like flies. Ooh, is that a thing? Must have already got it. That's a thing. We found the dispatch. No one told me. This is disgraceful. I'll have words with my crew. My point, which is ignorant. Dispatch is handling information, a remnant artifact known that is referred to as the generation vessel or ark. Okay. Delivery seems to have missed is that none of the artifacts they left behind were intended as booby traps. They may pose a danger in their accidental misusage, but their natural use is unlikely to cause any dire consequences. If the does not interact with any external systems, and only the of are related to producing information, then the risks are small. We have positive proof that our lack of understanding of the constraints binding our may have been cause of the death of over 100 academics, plus several billion. The spectral analysis of the region's background radiation with a filter for the readings from the devout flotsam. Okay. There is a dim red nebula at the very low level readings that are near a match. I'm marking it on the nav map. Okay. Well, we should probably check that out then, shouldn't we? Okay, well, we're going there for that, but I think we should go up here and annoy them. What do you say?
Look, we need to be good neighbours. And good neighbours are annoying.
Yes, they are. Good neighbours are annoying. Okay, let's oh my god, that's terrible. Rely 50% stem cannot conduct surveys until they're recovered. Okay. They make it sound like I'm just getting them beat up and stuff. I'm not. I mean, Triton, yes, and Cassie is, and Jennifer, they're below, but it's fine. I believe the term is walk it off. No? Rub some dirt on it. Exactly. So how does it... Hey, look. We just sit here and they're getting healthy. We're fine. Everything's fine. See? They're ready already. Look at that. The marvels of modern medicine. It's perfectly fine. No one needs to worry. Let's have a look. They're they're all right, I suppose. Okay, actually, you know what? We'll return. We'll wait for people to get their health back a bit. Simply because we don't want, like, you know, bad... What's that thing? Stats. Checking again. Come back. Yeah, they come back. Alright, let's go and annoy these guys. With our ridiculously overpowered ship. Maybe they should give us the ability to put like a med bay on it or something.
That would help.
It would. Pretty sure I died once and my mum made me walk it off. I'm not going to comment on that, Jaheed. I'm really not. But I think we've all had a moment where it's like, you know, that's not a scratch. It's pumping blood out of an artery, Mum. No, it's not. Just making up excuses so you don't have to go to school. Okay, so they said, don't land on this planet. Is that not correct?
Yes, for sure. Not allowed.
Moderate-sized colonies nestled around the Greater Lagoon. Given the ratio of landing pads to permanent structures, it's probably a trade-driven economy. But despite being allowed to land, the team is quickly approached by the guild compliance officer, who informs the team they will not be permitted to interact with anyone else. You were warned, now learn why the Emir's 2nd Imperial Legion is not to be ignored.
Ah.
So you want to get your butts kicked. Got it. Firing up the fighters. And everyone gets... Okay, so we are rebuilding, it looks like, a squadron. Oh no, here it comes. Well, that was good. Shield's not taking long to recharge either. Hi guys. Ooh, guild trader. We like guild traders. Vessel! Greetings, alien being. I'm master of the Imperial Trade Guild. With whom do you represent? And command the zone of Starcom, peaceful explorers seeking information and trade. You look so, like, not friendly. Tell me I'm wrong, people.
You're not incorrect.
Gurukai's craft not associated with a member state to purchase a transponder code and to conduct commerce in this region. The price of the code for a single vessel is 10 iridium. 10 iridium. What if we don't purchase the code? Attempts to contact commerce or landing of any worlds in this region are forbidden. Our Legion security will enforce compliance. Okay, but we could just keep killing the Emir in this region, right? The Second Legion, and just getting stuff. I also won't trade with you, don't buy the code. Fine, I'll buy the freaking code. Excellent. There's always a pressure to gain a new trade partner. You're now permitted to freely travel within this zone and conduct peaceful commerce. We have many answers. All information is valuable, but most information has a price. Literally. You called the Imperial Trade Guild. We're under the impression the Empire no longer exists. Indeed, for a long time, but our charter has no clause to be revoked against except by Imperial Council. Since the fall, we have been forced to restrict our area of operations to a region where we can operate safely. Okay. Interesting information about the Emir. I will pay for information about the Devout. An evolution of religious movement that began during the late Imperial period, who believed the remnant were divine entities who would reveal the secret paradise. This new, more aggressive sect wishes to take a more proactive approach to revealing the paradise. As such, they began aggressively seeking out peculiar artifacts related to remnant jewels. Okay. In recent years, they have become more aggressive with their outreach. To curtail their conversion of our trade regions, we have been forced to charge increasingly dearly for transit codes. Okay. Why do you sell them at all? It's demanded by our charter. We must sell across access to our trade region to any faction that has not instigated hostilities against another guild member. The Devout may be wrong in their beliefs, but they're not fools. Is there anything else? The Emir were formerly a regional enforcers of the Empire. Since the fall, they have divided into mercenary factions. The Emir in our employ are formerly the Second Imperial Legion. For security purposes, we cannot divulge details on their contract, of course. Other Emir factions can be found in the employ of those with lesser means. With respect, their capabilities are somewhat less formidable. Is there anything else? I'd like to trade with you. Of course, its primary purpose. Our charter grants us exclusive right to buy artifacts as well if you have any you no longer have use for. Dear freaking God. We can sell these?
Do we want to?
We have 24 iridium. Well, Remnant Scroll Brass Joint. I think we might want to, Red. They've got some good buy prices as well. Etherite is 9% up.
Hang on. I'm going to get my spreadsheet.
I would. Well, that's the thing. I don't know what I need. It doesn't have them marked, does it? All right, shield projector analyzed. I've already got shields, so I can sell that. Shield matrix analyzed. I've already got that. Shield controller. Swarm warhead. Already got that because. Which more important, they should be able to buy them at a price you got them for. Oh, okay. Yeah, if I've unlocked the equipment, which I have, I'll stick with those kind of thing. Plasma rifle analyzed. Yeah, because that gives us access to plasma things. Missile warhead. Missile guidance. Missile engine. Now the thing is refusing to do it because my freaking OTAS. No, never sell anything that's thought to be Talonian in any way. No, I won't be. Okay, I only need another 60 to pick up those two things at the top, which I'm guaranteed are going to be important because they've got brass, which is the thing we're constantly getting. And the remnant scroll, which I'm sure is going to be required. Flotsam we're still investigating, so I'm not going to touch that yet. I'm not going to do anything with Devout because that just seems stupid to sell. Drive instrument. Fighter power cell. Yes, I can sell that because I've already got fighters. Fixed accelerator, yes, and barrel and gun mount. Focusing lens can be sold. Okay, I don't know about anything else. I need another 6. So, what can I sell?
To these guys. Gold is good.
Itherite. Sold a bit of Etherite. We've now got 35 iridium left. Alright, let's Remnant Scroll. It does appear to scan of a presumably old document that transcribes a mathematical proof consistent with what we know of Remnant language. Well, that's 100 research points. $150. Apparently indestructible can articulate a range of motion. That's another 150. So that's 250 just from those two bits. But we can go back to that place now and do a trade with that hub that we found.
That's true.
Are they not? No, they don't. They're not coming after us anymore. Oh, wusses. Brass being indestructible presses X out. There's something relaxing about exploring these ruins. I feel like I'm walking through Thomas Cole's Course of Empire. Another world of fallen empire. There are no obvious signs of conflict or looting, but the structures are empty of technology and resources. Just miles of dusty corridors and chambers. Did you teach Xeno at the academy? I think I took that course my first year. I love these little things where they're just chatting backwards and forwards. They're really cool. Okay, we're getting people fully recovering. This is good, so we can go back to that. Nothing there. Okay, let's go to here. You look like you need to get shot. And I would be quite happy to shoot you, but we need to be able to trade with you. From high altitude, the planet's surface is a complex pattern of two colors, sharply delineated. Close to the ground, the pattern is revealed as two distinct biomes. After examining several locations, nothing like an organized intelligence at work. Both species have evolved reproductive strategies that contain elements of military strategy, like probing, attacks, and encirclement. Ensign excitedly explains to the team that this is a conflict between two funguses, like life forms unseen in literature. Almost perfectly balanced, they have been attempting to seize control of the planet. Ironically, both subtly rely on atmospheric byproducts only produced by the other. That is actually pretty cool. Reversal code has been verified. Move along. Awesome. That's great. Keep expanding?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, I think so. That was not my fault. That is not my fault. He flew in front. He flew in front of my ships. It's not my fault. Why was he flying on the other side of the flinger? Did I just kill one of the trade guild by mistake? High atop volcanic peak, dense silver deposits lie a few hundred meters below the surface, and no doubt the team will be able to access. Well, let's see what we can do. 47, we got some silver. Okay. The Remnant Empire was something that disappeared well before Fallen Empire rose in the first place, and their artifacts were things of the Fallen Empire used to create their empire. Yeah, basically. Think of it as, you know, we'll go into Mass Effect here. The Reapers leaving Mass Effect technology around for everyone to find. That way, it's a reason why everyone's got like Mass Effect drives and the weapons they use. Yeah. Exactly. Okay, so we've got another thing down here. And we've got another fling to do, but we've also got that up there. I have a feeling we should probably go and say hello to that. Okay. Oh, we got a gate. Did I see brownie there? I'm gonna go and make myself a cup brownie with Nutella on top. Red.
Mm-hmm.
Does Wolfen mean a cup of hot chocolate?
No. You can There are certain cakes
Yeah.
you can make
Yeah.
in a mug
Yeah.
in a microwave.
Okay.
He is making one of those.
And then putting
But-
Nutella on top.
Yes.
Not gonna draw.
You still have ice cream.
I know, but I'm having that after we finish.
Okay.
Because if I have it now, well, people are just going to be listening to me eating ice cream. Basically. To film the sites sit juxtaposition, a crafted stone pyramid and a massive sterile structure of fallen empire looming over it. Despite large technological disparities, there are some architectural similarities. The empire buildings are, as always, cavernous, dusty and empty, although the sheer scale makes an exhaustive search impractical. While the pyramids are more primitive than the empire structures, their architectural genealogy suggests they were influenced by the fallen empire rather than vice versa. Ooh, ice cream would be good on top of that. Oh, stop it. The pyramid is slightly less empty. The chambers are mostly bare, with some scattered debris indicating either a hasty departure or perhaps a post-departure looting. One hall has some machines apparently ripped from the wall to strip away wiring. Ensign Galice observes that the equipment use small electromagnetic relays that are likely repairable with 2 units of copper. So pushing out. Okay. Takes at least a few hours, but the end result is workable. Computers are interesting, composed of small electromagnetic relays. They have minuscule fraction of the computing power of a single crew member's survival suit. But they clearly were manufactured with technology ahead of Starcoms. Once powered up, they begin to transmitting a seemingly random sequence of numbers to external antenna. Field sensors just detected an energy flux in this sector. Have the team return to the ship. Not seeing anything else, but turn on the wormhole. Alien Pagan, your vessel was detected near the source of a heretic signal. Reveal their location immediately. Wait, have we met before? There's another enemy who is sent to see the truth. Soon we'll all be as one fold of the devout. Your ship with the same nature signatures reporting investigating sacred artifacts. Disable your weapons and energy systems. Surrender your vessel to be seized and search for heretic artifacts. Refuse. As expected, the pagan refuses help towards the true path. Accept remnant blessings. You want a piece of me, buddy? Come and get it. Just so you know, we whooped your butt. Oh, there you go. We've got another signal over there. And just so you know, devout peoples, the words are bite me.
Correct.
Another large artifact similar to the one encountered previously, except instead of external remote access interface, it has a makeshift antenna. Oh, we just bounced somewhere else. Wow, we bounced really far. Okay. Lots of investigating. Kiernan Lancer. Do we know them? I don't think we do we?
Don't think so.
Greetings, smooth and unfamiliar creature. You're in Kiernan space. Explain your presence. I'm in the zone of the Starcom peaceful explorers from a distant region. Recently learned from our agents that our rivals, the Nimnion, may have sent a spy into our territory to probe for weaknesses. Perhaps the timing of arrival is coincidental. I assume we're not spies. No spy would readily admit the fact. That is true. Unlike the Nimnion, we do not attack without good reason. If you give us no cause to believe you are spies, we shall treat you with peacefully. Are you familiar with the Devout? Of course, the academics turned inquisitors of the Empire were the first cracks of the foundations. They have attempted to make us converts among us, but our mind is too strong for their superstition. You do seem kind of strong, buddy. You all seem kind of like spiky and stuff. Your questions reveal much about you. Your species must have only just reached the stars recently not to know of this common history. Be careful not to display your ignorance too openly. You will be taken advantage of. No, okay, why do you hate the Nimion? They claim to pursue peaceful shared space, but in shared space they maneuver strategically to control vital resources. Then they threaten these resources unless their cohabitants acquiesce to their demands. If we do not keep them out, they will eventually seize all. We're interested in learning more about the remnants. Can you tell us about them? Who are you that your culture does not have many stories about them? They are the remaining artifacts of the Great Fallen Empire. Now the Empire is gone, and her vassals jealously protect their gateways and other artifacts of power. What was the Fallen Empire? For eons, the Empire kept peace with civilized regions. Their technologies were like sorcery to young worlds. Then the Empire fell for reasons that are mysterious as their artifacts. Now its former vassals fight over the remains. Okay, so we're not going to argue with you. You're actually pretty nice. We like you. But we are going to scan everything. We've got 2 flingers in this system alone. Black. Oh, more research points. Most cultures either flourish or collapse quickly after alien contact. The fact that this one did not gives a unique insight to the xenological performance. Okay. The planet is pockmarked with ruins of pre-industrial civilization that appears to have died out due to natural changes in their sun's energy output. What is interesting is that the culture shows signs of regular alien contact, even trade, but did not progress beyond late Bronze Age equivalent. Most surviving textual fragments tell a typical history mixed with folktales. Trenton notes one interesting example. The gods dropped their swords and left their chariots and headed at once for the sunken islands. When the caravan of merchants came upon these, they were astounded by what they found. To the tribes they went upon the chariots and told them, "Look, we are gods, fear and worship us." The tribes knew only gods could wield these weapons. Their new gods spoiled their worshippers and rained fire on the doubters. The god emperors ruled for an eon until they had forgotten they were not gods. Language uses markers reserved for external actors. This may be their interpretation of events relayed to them by an alien race. Okay. We need to decide where we're going. Another disappointingly small chunk of aluminium. And Starcom wonders to no one in particular whether it might be worth raising an anomaly trigger threshold before dismissing the idea. No. No, not at all. An unusually powerful seismic event has created deep localized fractures in the planet's crust. Numerous shafts provide access to deep lava tubes near where sensors detect veins of molten copper. And Glees thinks they can cut precision holes with mining lasers to pull the copper where it can be easily harvested. Hence, Empirics believes that the plan is too much risk for rewards. Sonar mapping of the tubes will allow them to find some cool copper deposits. Yeah, we're going with her idea. I'm not sending people into molten tubes of lava.
No, especially when it's
What?
melted metal.
Yeah. Ooh, purpley thing. Did you see the purpley thing?
Yes.
Hi, guys. I'm going to shoot you in the face. That was cool. Go on, play little jet fighter drone thingies. Oh! Weird comet. I mean, my ship is such a amazing piece of technology that it was able to stop that comet dead in its tracks.
Yup.
That's how awesome my ship is. Well, an Empire structure appears to be an arcology spanning several thousand acres above and below ground. As elsewhere, it is a labyrinth of empty, dust-filled corridors. Mr. Kepler, however, notes the dust near one entrance has recently been disturbed. Following the trail leads deeper from these marks and the dust path. It looks like someone recently came in, removed only physical objects, and remained within the entirety of these fallen Empire cities. Oh, cool. Following the trail leads deep into labyrinth structure to a single room, much like many others, save for disturbed dust. Or a gang of robot vacuums just escaped. That's a possibility as well. Several oddly shaped, immaculate patches of Mr. Okay, so somebody, we're going to suggest it's probably the devout. Come on. Based on the evidence we've seen, I'm convinced these buildings were very dynamic, capable of adjusting not only their contents, but layout according to what the inhabitants wished. Okay. We are seriously building up on the old research points here, aren't we? And I'm okay with that. We like the research points. Give me the research points.
We need them.
We need research points. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. We do. Yeah. Right, let's get flung this way. There's so much to, like, look at and stuff. Your species and ship markings are unfamiliar to us. You are in Nimion space. Explain your intentions. Peaceful peoples. Peaceful words may belie sinister intent. What is your disposition to... Oh, okay. It's clear from their pre-translation matrix that the Nimion are not positively disposed towards the... Okay. What do you think? They're not our friends.
No.
But we're not their enemies, are we?
No. We have met them and remain neutral.
Yeah. An understandable position, if true, but the Kiernan have used neutral agents before with various intentions. If you wish to demonstrate friendship, perhaps you could do us a favour. We have lost contact with one of our diplomatic vessels, and it was its escort. We are reluctant to mobilise a full fleet to search, as we suspect Kiernan are looking for a pretext to attack. We could try to help. See what we can do, make no promises. Yeah?
Yeah.
We're grateful for your assistance. The log last update received when one was purchasing supplies from a guild trader. Why do you hate them? It's not nature to hate, but since the Empire fell, the Kiernan have sought to exploit power vacuum. First, they claim to protect the weak territories, and those protected territories become their own. So they expand, pushing against our borders until they are well defended. Unless they are well defended. Now, accidents become their cause to make threats. Soon those threats will become actions. Tell us about Fallen Empire. It was a great power of the galaxy for thousands of years and kept the peace with a fair hand. Their gateways and flingers made travel and trade possible. Their Telonian chariots kept the aggression in check, but sadly it's no more. Less benign forces seek to fill the void. Okay. Presumably the guild ships can't be too hard to find if trade is their business. If you search the ship log for guildmaster, you'll be able to set a marker for where... Yeah. Well, we know where they were, didn't we?
Yep.
We know where they were. This oceanic world has a higher than average concentrations of gold, but distributed so evenly that harvesting any amount would be impractical. One small atoll, however, is naturally placed so its lagoon acts as natural gold panna for the ocean currents. Where they were, yeah. The entire planet is nearly homogeneous biome of grassland and sparse glades. The only large fauna are large herds of roving horned ungulates. There are a number of automated monitoring stations that appear to be studying these creatures. The team is able to... Okay. The antennae seems to form as part of these creatures' natural growth. This is an unusual example of an evolutionary radio network. Okay. The team is able to capture several of these creatures for study with some difficulty. Their physiology is unusual for a number of reasons. Perhaps the most striking is they have a complex network of metallic fibers interwoven into their central nervous system and horns. They have been implanted with transmitters, presumably to aid in their monitoring. I suspect that besides simple herbivory, this network may allow hybrid individual and hive sentience. Well, that's actually kind of cool. Right. Do we run up to there? Or do we go for this flinger?
I think run up and then flinger.
Okay. We are so far away from home base. Oh, look at our speed. 232. Yeah, baby. Another autonomous dispatch device. Students have memorized the... Jeez. Dispatch contains brilliant insightful theory regarding how approximate remnant warp geometries using simple hypermanifolds. 120 research points. I've got so many research points. And return to the academy. Creator for additional study following quarantine period. Demonstrated measurably better natural intuition with respect to certain remnant artifacts. Furthermore, I feel the group's curiosity and enthusiasm for their studies are notably something. A subjective observation, but a real one, I'm confident. I predict our understanding of the artifacts will advance more than 10 cycles and the next 10 cycles than the previous 100. Let's zoom in. I wonder how we're doing for XP for the crew. This planet has one of the richest and most aggressive biospheres I've ever seen. Biosafety protocols estimate 95% chance of opportunistic pathogen eliminating the survey team within the first hour. Only 30% if they stayed in the surveyor. Wow, 30 reach. That is evil. That is one nasty planet. Frozen gases of Bridge Planet completely obscure the surface from scanners, but an unusual warm period has exposed a large chunk of iridium ore. Explore a complete 100 planetary anomaly surveys. Jeez, I've done 100. That's terrifying.
Half of me is like, is that all?
Yeah.
And half of me is like, oh, there's still so much, Matt.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, you're right, Red. I'm like, what the hell? Another burst relay station with a message fragment in its matrix. Recoverable fragments of the message translate as portal code from Nimion will allow us passage but no safe refuge. Rendezvous at Void Redoubt. Okay. Oh, didn't we destroy these? Get a cherry light, that's right. Oh, boy. Okay, moving on. That takes us right to that one. Okay. Hello. Are you guys people that are okay? Oh, they're fine. Oh, we've got 2 more stars down there. This is crazy. I don't know. I'm just like we're doing an awful lot of thing, but I'm not entirely sure how this is helping the story right now. You know? Scanner indicates multiple anomalies scattered widely over the planet's surface. The team picks one and lands at a nearby open field. The reading is indistinct and there is nothing obviously unusual. Several team members report vague sense of unease and anxiety. As analysis of the ley lines show they are the result of low frequency EM field that produced a sympathetic resonance in a wide range of nervous systems. Why remains a mystery. Okay. As the team searches, their complaints of unease and disorientation increase. Just as they're about to abort, Kepler makes an interesting comment. There are slight variations in the background EM radiation. These variations would be dismissed as statistical noise, except they seem to be correspond with invisible lines on the planet's surface, which they jokingly call ley lines. While we're traveling, I'm going to have a look at crew. Okay, so we've gone from having XP of 80 to 100. Like that. That's nuts. That is absolutely nuts. Okay. The missing vessel's last terminated log entry was with the Trade Guild. Okay, so we'll have a chat with the Trade Guild before we go anywhere. Guildmaster says they expect a shipment of new artifacts soon. Yay. No idea about that. All that. So we'll just keep them closed. We've got somewhere to go for that. And we're still dealing with that. Okay. How disgusting. I didn't have any Nutella left, so I happened to find a scoop of vanilla ice cream, which I've flavored with some Angostura cocoa bitters on my fudge cup. Okay. Let's see what you're trying to do. Trying to make me jealous. It won't work. I'm already jealous. Okay. Let's go to this star system that's further up, because we're here, we may as well. I'm assuming you get Mark III engines. If we do, that's going to make this thing ridiculous.
You've been assuming that for a while.
Oh, we got a gateway. An Empire-era lander sits in the dusty old ruins of a primitive settlement. Ensign Rhea reports that there hasn't been complex life here in 8 centuries, if not longer. Within the lander, the team finds a collection of polyfilm textbooks, unfortunately far too degraded to make sense of. They also discover a strange visor connected to a databank. Ensign Rhea believes the device is a neural trainer, likely used to bring the Empire's more remote administrators up to speed in certain key skills. It might be possible to calibrate it for human brains. You know what? Why the hell not? The device has been successfully recalibrated with a single-use training program installed. Wilderness survival. Ensign Triton speculates that it might aid biomed skills. I'll need to operate the device, so unfortunately I can't be the subject. Okay. Who? I can't remember who had the... a low bio score. Well, everyone would have had a low bio score, wouldn't they? Yeah. Everyone would, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
To survive device, in the device, they emerged as in fatigue, but feeling improved understanding of multi-species biology. +1 biomed for pricks. Cool. Let's go do with that. We do have a gate there we can unlock. So let's go to there. And we jump back. That one. So they were found here. This is where we found the person, the trade guild person who we killed. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
We didn't mean to.
No, we didn't.
But it means we can open up this and get a new trade partner. Yay! Parasite colonies nested in the Great. Yay! The guild compliance officer verifies Blackwatch's guild codes. The team is permitted to visit the administrative office of trade in the public market. Amphibian introduces the local administrator, provides the team with direct comm feed to the Blackwatch. I'm delighted to answer any questions you might have. Interested in learning more about this colony? The administrator seems surprised and pleased to discuss the colony. Like many, we are the survivors of the fallen empire. Over 128 years ago, the Nimion merchant built a supply outpost in this lagoon. Since then, this has grown into the most successful trade operation in 16 sectors. We would like to be more self-sufficient in food production, but the imperial flora makes that difficult. What's imperial flora? Seen by amusement, this used to be a popular spot in the empire, so naturally it was carefully cultivated. Anything we try to grow here can't possibly compete with the imperial engineered flora, which is beautiful, hardy, and useless. Traders know this and charge us exorbitantly for food supplies, and consequently our merchants must raise their prices. We have trouble competing with other guild members. Why are the Emir so concerned about proselytizing? Several sectors where the Emir have been operated previously were been converted by the devout, who provide their own security services. The Second Legion have lost several lucrative contracts. I have heard rumors that the devout have now have a few Emir converts, embarrassing them if true. Yes. Not that I object to the devout, I'm not a believer myself, but have no prejudices. The administrator probably does not object to the devout, but is concerned about the repercussions from them. Let's trade! Let's trade! Let's trade! Trade! Bye. So they do platinum. That's fine. They do a really good return on iridium. Hi, you. We need to talk to you. Greetings, non-affiliated guild transit holder. What is your wish to continue? I have guild approved list of topics we may discuss. Given your available funds, the guild accepts no responsibility for your welfare upon relying on this information. We only guarantee that we'll not deliberately sell false information. Nimion ambassadors to investigate missing vessel. Do you know anything about that? Our business dealings are done with stricter confidence. We can't disclose that one of our vessels detected a brief Nimion distress beacon recently. Where? Near a remnant gateway. It's not near any trade routes or colonies, so we offer its equation for them almost nothing, just 2 iridium. Pay. Transmitting gateway coordinates now. Is there anything else we can discuss? We're good, thanks. Add it to the nav computer. Cool. Nature is generally very good at finding paths to extreme potential energy. I bet somewhere a life form has figured out how to process Imperial fallout. If we found some, we'll be able to help the Aquarian colony. That'd be nice, and I do like helping people.
It is a trait. Would you like snacks and or drinks?
Where, Whisker Bug? How you doing, buddy? Yes, please.
What would you like?
Okay, so we're taking a break?
Well, I'm just going to get drinks.
And ice cream.
You want your ice cream now?
Oh, no, should I have the ice cream now, guys? Can I have a snack now?
Sure.
I'll save the ice cream for after the stream. But yes, I'd like a drink and a snack.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'll continue our search for these people. Really do think we need to go back soon and do some research. Because we have a lot of science points. I know we do. Perhaps magnetosphere makes tracking down the source of the anomaly signal impossible. Perhaps it's just a false positive? Ooh, found a diplomat. No range reason for the battle. This reactor must be offline or damaged. Suggest we approach with caution. As the survey team approaches the derelict, they see it has taken some damage. A hole in the hull allows direct access to the bridge. A single dead Nimian pilot is strapped into the command seat. Examine the pilot. Despite the unfamiliar physiology, Nimian's morphology, while similar to Earth felines, looks to have evolved via their own path. This convergent evolution process has been observed on other planets in our universe, but interesting that the convergence occurs here as well. Despite unfamiliar physiology, Ensamria notes that the biochemistry works the same with Nimians as creatures in our own universe. It seems that some chemical interruption in neurotransmitters that regulated breathing, but whatever it is, it broke down quickly after death. Cause of death, poison? Logs have been purged, and Singalese observes that whoever erased the data did not realize that the comm relay still had its last outgoing message in its transmit buffer. First payment package and prion samples received. Transmitting the promised data now. The data seems to have been a large collection of ship identifiers, timestamp and trajectories. Data looks like plans for future Nimian fleet maneuvers. If accurate, this is highly sensitive military information. Search the ship reveals no crew, dead or alive. One of the ship's escape pods is missing. Examining the telemetry data from the launcher leads to a point in nearby desert world. Find the missing diplomat. Okay. Using the telemetry data, the team is able to locate a small escape pod partially buried in the otherwise barren desert world. Scans show signs of life in a nearby cave. The team approaches the cave with caution. Inside, they find a gaunt Nimian surrounded by a disorganized array of crates and survival equipment. She eyes the survey team with suspicion and hunger. I'm a diplomat and Anessa Jari of the Nimian. Who are you? The team identifies themselves as Starcom representatives, and provided them with communication feed to the Black Watch. We were on a goodwill mission to try and improve relations with the Kirinans when they attacked us. I was able to escape, but they destroyed my ship and one of our escorts. Something's not adding up. The Nimian did not mention any goodwill mission. The comm buffer. I registered our flight plan with the Kirinans so they would know when to expect us. That must be what you saw. That's not what we saw. Despite our objections, the team opens the cases. Beside expected life pod survival equipment, there's a large number of gold bars. I carry those for this exact purpose. Consider it payment from our rescue. Life pod survivors are not expected to have crates of gold on them in any culture. She is attempting to barely veiled bribe. In a comment of her suspicious story, invite the diplomat aboard the Black Watch to be returned to the Nimian. Do we accuse them of lying? What do you think, peeps? Wolven saying accuse. Okay. Anyone else? We have other people watching, so anyone else want to give an opinion? I mean, I'm thinking about it, honestly. The diplomat is full of, well, you know, cat poop. Full of cat poop. Of course, it's a diplomat. Diplomat in air quotes. Alright, we're accusing. She indignantly faced indignation and professes her innocence, but eventually she confesses. An unknown agent had been blackmailing her for years with information that would ruin her and her powerful family. She had been paying them off, but they demanded one last payment along with some sensitive information. After delivering the information to an unmarked vessel, they were attacked. She begs you not to reveal this to the Nimian. She didn't know that the data was military secrets. The penalty for treason is execution. My family is highly placed in the Nimian government. If you could admit some details in your account, you would make many friends. Tell her you consider the request, but have the team return to the ship with her as a diplomatic guest. Okay. Alright, we definitely got, like, this over here, so we may as well go and check that out. And then we'll jump her back. It's interesting that they received a prion in exchange for fleet movements. Yeah. And a prion is like a virus type thing, isn't it? Fleet destroyer. An old freighter sits in a former lava plane. Technologically, this ship is unremarkable, using low reaction drive. The one distinctive and interesting feature is that it's been retrofitted with an unusual control system that Ensign Ria speculates is an interface allow a single pilot to control all systems via a contact-free neural link. The only way to verify the hypothesis, however, would be to actually enter the apparatus and power the systems, which is obvious risks. Ensign Ria straps in while Ensign Ria connects the lander's external power connected to the ship's systems. Interface felt quite peculiar, as if the ship's systems had been augmented onto my prior perception. Oh, crikey, that's complicated words. Alarming crackling and smell of burning magnesium. Ria reports success. An added bonus, the ship was holding some raw chorolite ore. We found the diplomat, Red. Yeah, but we think she was a bad kitty. Not really. You push the coffee cup off the table. Meow 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 meow. This was once home to an agrarian society that subsequently went extinct. Also an abandoned archaeological site of a much more advanced civilization. Based on the scattered data and logs, we have got so many research points. Academics of the Fallen Empire had some very sophisticated cultural analysis tools. They learned a lot from this site that I could have. Based on the scattered data logs, Ensign Triton concludes that a recent survey expedition was looking for a lost civilization known as the Arcadians. They were investigating this planet as possible candidate. They abandoned their studies when, after concluding this civilization was far too old to be a candidate. I am tempted to get the saucer bridge because it's smaller and build like a full-on dreadnought with like 4 launch bays for fighters. Once I've got all the upgrades for the fighters, of course. Its borderline temperate planet has only a single-celled anaerobic life forms which make the small glade of dead trees anonymous. After examination, Ensign Bria concludes that it must have been transplanted here. Continue. They should have thrived in this environment, but without competition, so their death was a bit of a mystery. Excavating around some survey equipment labeled Station 9011 reveals that their entire root system has been amputated and extracted. What? The monitoring equipment's key components have also been extracted, save for the husk of the broadcast equipment. Why would you do that? Thanks, Red.
No problem.
At a distance, this appears to be an old Kiernan cruiser. Upon the closer inspection, Ensign Gleason noticed it was actually abandoned fairly recently and hastily buried in the sand. A recent windstorm has resurfaced it. Further investigation shows that the ship is old and recently rehabilitated, leads to the point of being spaceworthy. There's been modifications made to the control system, support physiology, the display support triangular vision, suggestive, okay. While most valuable upgrades have been stripped out, it was a rush job, leaving some resources. 20 titanium, 14 yttrium. Thank you. Okay. So we've got to take the kitty back. Got to take the kitty back. She's saying she was being blackmailed.
We don't believe her?
No. No, we don't. Yeah, they're saying that they were supposed to they don't believe the payment for being rescued. And that they had a prion, which was part of the deal. They provided restricted information. And all this, but they got a prion back as well. So your person found a survivor from when you're missing vessels. It's not the news. Your TV scratch, please give us the details you can. Okay, so we have to make a decision.
I'd say top one.
You say give full account.
Given what you suspect, yeah.
It's not just me. I mean, check the chat. Wolven suspects something as well.
True. Let the cyber kitties know.
I get what Wolven's saying. He knows what happened, so he doesn't want to tell us.
Which we appreciate.
We do appreciate that.
Hey, Hammer.
Full account if you want to stay neutral. That's very true. Yeah, okay, we'll give him a full account. We'll face tribunal for this with the evidence from your logs. Even her family will not be able to protect her. We are most grateful that you uncovered this deception. If she had been successful, it would have given the Kiernas a crippling advantage. I implore you not to reveal this information to the Kierna. They will certainly use it to propaganda against us. Interested in artifacts, we've been renewed interest in these wonders for several parties. We are, of course, familiar with the Great Gateways, but know little about their other rumoured structures. Our intelligence officers report that the Kierna have recently purchased information regarding the location of a fallen Empire lab. The lab has been researching remnant artifacts, specifically something called Starlance. Our agents could not verify the accuracy of information, but did capture the coordinates. I will transmit these details. Cool. Thank you very much. Oh, okay. It looks like we're going up there. I do want to go back home soon. We've got so many research points.
We should do that then.
We have so many research points. Yeah, it doesn't actually let us see. We have to get back, but I'm fairly sure we've got well over 600. And we've got a couple of other things to do before we go back as well, so, you know. Alright, first hope that Nimon have not convinced the Starcom to... We give you MS Turu, favored trade partner status. Fair exchanges for resources, even remnant object we found. We'd like to trade with you. Yep, we'll take that. You do platinum. We don't need... I mean, you want to give us good prices for that, but it's like... It's 5. That's not bad. They sell cheap uranium. They do. But I need uranium for my next set of missile launchers.
I need to make a list of this.
No, it's all right. You don't.
Okay.
I mean, you do your normal thing of like, oh, they buy copper for a good price and things, but really, you don't need 2 red.
Okay.
Because card is part of an exchange. The seller claimed it was remnant technology. It may well be. It's beyond our science. After it was sold below the value they placed on it, they are not emphasizing this point. They're about to make a request that is very important to them. Perhaps you would be willing to help us. Conflict has been imminent between us and Nimian. We wish to avoid full war, but distrust we have for them is mutual. We are entreated with their ships to no effect. We suspect the military does not want peace, and our efforts do not reach higher echelons. You may have more success. If we present our treaty offer at their homeworld, the war may be averted. Where's the homeworld? This we do not know. We have obtained the coordinate equation for the gateway the trade ships use. It may be near there. We will present your offer and make no promises. Well, we're doing something else right now, so... Fortified structures built into the mountains of this icy world. After a cautious approach, the team is easily able to gain access. The reinforced main doors have been cut open with a powerful laser. Once inside, the team finds this deep shaft leading to the underground vault complex. The shaft was punctuated with a series of doors, also cut through. The lowest level is Chaos. Best I can guess is this was a mid-Empire facility dedicated to researching remnant artifacts. Okay. From what remains, the team guesses this is some kind of research facility. Most of the equipment has been removed, but in a side chamber that the Universal Translator identifies as secondary containment, the team finds an intact object, quantum container. Another thing to research. Remnant device. Technology incredibly advanced to the point that it's difficult to learn much from. It emits energy signal, which is an unusual signal in response to certain environments. Container is empty, but itself is a marvel of engineering. When closed, nothing could escape, not even information. Unfortunately, opening the container permanently compromised the seal. Well, that sucks. Right, so we've got the treaty thing, we've got the gate there, so we can jump to it. Home?
Home.
Home.
You've been wanting to get home for a bit.
Yeah, I want to see how much we've got in the way of science. I mean, we've got to have unlocked some stuff. Do you bring hot chocolate?
Yeah.
Thought you brought tea. I love you.
Thanks.
Hot chocolate rocks. We should probably talk to all the people here as well.
Probably.
$1,150 research points.
Holy heck in a hand basket. Now to spend them.
Yeah. Do I want reactors 3? I think so.
I think you do. I think you want that option.
I could get the saucer bridge, which would open up dreadnoughts. Shields? Yeah. Increase our max shield charge by additional 20%. I'm okay right now. 230. Trinity warheads. Shipyard. Okay, let's have a look at energy. Mark 3 reactor. It goes up to 3 hexes. I can make this work.
Rebuilding now?
Jeez. We've got a bit of spare power.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, Darky. No rifle. Don't do it. Do not do it. Rifle. Don't. I could have an extra missile launcher.
Do what, Rover?
Have another missile launcher. It's a whole extra missile launcher. I could. No one would blame me. It'd be fine. Who's going to be bothered about another missile launcher? Or put the shield up front. Yeah, it has to go like that. Put the Mark 3 reactor back here. I could get another reactor in there. I really could.
I believe you.
I shouldn't, but I could. But I shouldn't.
But you could.
But I could. I know I've got 15 hexes to play with, but that's the problem. I've got so many hexes to play with. I don't need you anymore. Or you. This is just wrong. It is just wrong, right?
Oh yeah, it's just rude.
I'm going to put you there. Bulkhead, you can have that in there. I'm assuming there's like a bigger bulkhead. Have I just not researched that? I don't think I have. That's cool. Okay. Yeah, that's done. Operations. Appreciate it. Nothing else. Okay, let's go talk to various people around here then. In case they've got anything they can tell us. Imperial Trade Guild. The Imperial prefix is ambitious for a guild that scarcely ventures outside a handful of sectors. Like the Emir Second Legion in their employ, they wear the tattered garments of former glory. Figuratively speaking, something may be lost in the translation, but their traditions and charter do legitimately trace back to the fallen empire. They charge much for mundane knowledge, but they fail to see the value of free advice. Doing business with the devout will cost them everything. As a practical matter, they are only group we are aware of that not only sell artifacts, but also purchase them as well. They have long been on the verge of war with their rivals, Nimian, for many years. Rumors say they have limited telepathic abilities, but perhaps they started the rumor. We do some trade with them. They very recently required some remnant artifacts, but we could not persuade them to sell. A proud civilization, but their progress was stunted by their ambitions. They rose to power during the twilight of the Empire, but since then, the Kiernan have been ascendant. This long rivalry consumes too much of their resources, in our opinion. So they've got nothing, really. Oh, what? Okay, we'll buy that. Guess what we've got to do, Red?
What's that?
Research.
Shame.
Would like to fire off my missile launchers because I now have 4 of them and they fire an awful lot of missiles. They split into 3 now. The heat should be fine, Hammer, because where I've put various vents should radiate the heat very quickly. You piece together the history of this space from archaeological findings and your recent discoveries. References to the Nimian. They're considered a minor species that reached space during the late Empire, followed soon after by the Kiernan. Both were treated as minor vassal states, although the Nimian were considered senior and had more representative in bureaucracy. As the Empire declined, their strengths grew relative to the rest of the Empire. I've noticed that as a recurring pattern have formed a hypothesis. Civilizations that joined late did not have as much time to become dependent on technology and were better prepared for their sudden loss. Many of the older civilizations may have vanished completely. That makes a lot more sense.
It does.
Alright, let's go deal with the Jetsam and Flotsam. Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, we could go and have a look at the Starlance, but I don't think we're ready for that yet. Actually, before we do that, let's get into a fight. We have many new things to test out, like more fighters. More missiles. I've got 4 missile launchers, where their missiles break into 3. Oh, you guys jumped into the wrong place. Say hello to my little friends. I don't want to say that was fun, but that was fun.
We saw.
They set up their flak field. Aww. They're trying to protect themselves, Red.
That's cute.
It's so cute, isn't it? That works. Okay. Flotsam. Flotsam. Let's go. Get there, deal with that. We might have another fight on the other side of this flinger. Yeah, we probably should deal with that first. I mean, you're literally flying towards it and going, that's just a lot of missiles coming at me, isn't it? Like, yes, it is.
Yep.
I would say our pull station, but I'm really not feeling that generous right now. Really not.
That's fair.
One thing. Oh. Around the zone, despite the lack of support by a major faction, Blackwatch has acquired a reputation as a threat to be reckoned with. Why?
Oh, I can't think.
Why? What is this negative reputation I'm getting? I don't understand. We have further interest in your lance. Okay. We lost several deep haulers on several routes. Some of these have been in Guild space, such as the risk of business without the Empire to keep order, but our contract entitles us to compensation for piracy. The Guild is claiming they have seen no evidence of aggression. We would like the Black Watch to investigate the region where the attacks have most recently occurred. If you can bring evidence to the Guild that these are deliberate attacks in their domain, we will split the compensation with you evenly. It's not negative, but really? Hey, buy me dinner first before you start talking about my lance.
Fair.
Give us the coordinates, but we make no promises. Most of the attacks have occurred in the nebula at the periphery of Guild space. Perhaps the attackers are using nearby gateway. Okay, they won't trade with us. They won't.
No, they're space truckers.
I still don't understand why I'm getting this negative.
It's bad rep.
This rep as being this gun for hire that will kill anybody. Hang on, wait a minute.
Oh, babe, did you see someone to kill?
Yeah. My speed is 349 AU a second.
Right.
Burst relay. Another burst relay station with a message fragment in its matrix. Recover fragments of the message translators. Use the line of flingers to cut through the devout space at speed. Erton completely destroyed by mass drivers. We'll keep a straight course to avoid tripping detection network. Void ice. Perhaps you should take the guns for hire banners off your plasma launchers.
But they're decorative.
Yes, they're only decorative. They have nothing else to do with it.
Ruin the whole aesthetic.
Nebula is not normal byproduct gas. Radiation result of isotopes that cannot be explained by normal stellar fusion. Another 45 research points. We're so going to have to go for another research thing soon. Because I think we've just gone over 400 again.
That's quite funny.
It is good. Because a lot of things do cost a lot. And don't get me wrong, I would like to do a dreadnought and just see what I can build with that sucker. I really would. Queen, Maxim 16, your name is in the mouth of others. Be sure it has teeth. Nothing wrong with having a reputation. An isolated cluster of structures on the otherwise desolate planet, like giving off zero energy emissions. Inside, the team finds a few frozen deceased devout wearing envirosuits. While temperatures have arrested decay, the cause of death is unclear. Further investigation reveals this is to be top level of an underground research facility, but the structural collapse has sealed off the lower level. Ensign Gleese reports that a hardline to the facility's computing system is still operational. The computers... Okay, if we had examples of some of their experience, we might be able to reconstruct the indices. Unfortunately, the researchers only identify as numerical codes. Could be a coincidence, but some of the numbers correspond to jetsam we found. Computer secure with devout encryption, which the team has some partial success in analysing in the past. The problem is the sheer volume. There are exabytes of data, and The indices have been erased with the hard lines bandwidth is narrow. Random sampling shows that whatever was being researched covered an extremely wide area of chemistry, xenobiology, nuclear physics, and more. Your cruiser, this is from Hammer. Your cruiser is effectively one-shotting everything you're currently encountering, and you need a dreadnought upgrade? Yes!
We don't know who we're going to meet.
Look, all I'm going to say is this, right? I have, on this ship, 6 Plasma Mark IIs, 4 missile launchers, and 2 flight hangars, okay? I'm not saying that I'm not one-shotting everything, but I want 4 flight hangars. I want 8 missile launchers, and preferably 12 plasmas.
He's not greedy, guys.
Also, it needs to be tanky as all beep. And this is just putting it out there, I'm not saying that this has to happen, I'm just saying I really want it to. It needs to be going as fast as this ship, which means it's going to need a lot of engines.
It's a small shopping list.
It's a small shopping list indeed. Look, if you're going to build a ship, you're going to rival a ship. Otherwise, there's no point in building the ship. When I was building my cruiser, I had 1 flight hangar. It was great. I liked it and everything. Then realized, but I could have a second one. And that would make it more powerful. And then I had 2 missile launchers, and I thought, well, why not have 2 more? That would make it more powerful. And then I built the ship, and it was fine. I was happy. And then I realized that the back of my ship had no plasma coverage for missiles. And that wasn't allowed, so I put 2 plasma launchers back there.
That made him sad.
It did, because I had to slow the ship down. Yeah, just in one point. Yep, so that's more aluminium. We like aluminium. Maxim 37 is no overkill. There is only open fire and reload. An abandoned mining vessel sits on the local Masima of high corrosive gas. Ensign Gleason notes that the hull appears to have been designed for this environment. But even so, it's slowly being eaten away. There's potentially valuable resources inside, but the team will have to move fast once that is breached. The vessel's interior has been damaged by leaking substance, but much of the equipment is still partially intact, including drilling apparatus connected to some kind of pump. Vessel's pumping an unstable molecule into the ground, which dissolved the surrounding rock. Side effect producing highly corrosive gas over time. 30 research points. 16 titanium, 7 platinum. That works. Also, Maxim 34. If you're leaving scorch marks, you need bigger guns. Yes. Ooh, that's an incomplete eye survey. We've got something else we can do here, Red.
Or?
Yeah. Yeah, isolated lab. Incomplete. Interesting. Whisker Mug! What's happening, dude? I'm just thinking, if you're going to build like a proper dreadnought and everything, you've got to have multiple launch hangars, you've got to have multiple missile launchers, you've got to have multiple plasma things. Plasma is basically point defense as well. I should probably do the fixed guns route, because I believe we've got the ability to use the brigands guns.
But babe, you keep saying I don't like fixed guns.
No, I know. But they don't seem to be fixed. They seem to be rotational. I think it's just one of those things. We'll see. Areas used by dumping ground for ship parts. Someone decided worth preparing. The parts constructed from low quality synthetic polymer. We get copper from it. That works. We're okay with that. The crystals have complex semiconductor patterns in their matrices. I think there may be an early form of silicon life, or at least were something has consumed the gallium arsenide substrate they relied on. Okay. Several craters on this airless planetoid ring with clusters of unusual Carillion silicon crystals. The regolith thus shows signs of recent activity around pieces of monetary equipment labeled Station 9778. Its core components have been removed, leaving only titanium broadcast dish. Fixed small guns are no go. Per maximum 34. Fixed large guns may be acceptable. I would love these maxims. The natural gas layer of Ithrian not far from this planet's core. Unfortunately, the lander would be crushed far above that depth. Okay, fine. Can't do that. We got another thing out here, so I'm going to start flying that way. We've got no close by. You're nasty. Shield up. Launching fighters. Come on back, people. Come on back. My little drone fighters hadn't landed properly, so... Come on. Max speed. Let's do it. Well, that's the parasitic plague the CTXTS for delivered to medical supplies for. Parasites were almost certainly bred engineered within the blue crystals found on the planet in the Crimson Nebula. Now found several connections between devout experiments and large-scale catastrophes. Besides being suggestive of sinister intent, they may give us a clear enough picture of their research to reconstruct the data indices in their lab. Ooh! Well, that's the reason to go back, isn't it? Well, let's finish this then, because we're closer here. And then we'll go back to the lab.
Oogie.
An incongruous chunk of titanium slag sits half buried on this planet, composed of otherwise unremarkable ores. I've seen similar chunks in post-combat debris fields when the hull is ablated by a high-energy beam weapon. Probably a chance result of battle in orbit. Well, we can definitely grab that kind of stuff. We like stuff like that. Oh, we've got a what's it? Heretic ring. Ports is an encrypted lock, but the key we discovered from the kaleidoscope allows access. Another empty pyramid, apparently evacuated in an orderly manner. At Cygnus Lee's suggestion, the team conducts a low-altitude flyover of the surrounding area with sensors calibrated for low-level chirolite radiation. Sure enough, several kilometers away, they find another concealed encampment, also with alien corpse. If the observer took any notes, they did not preserve them, but Ensign Kepler observes that the last message was not completely erased from the transmitter. Rot 91, or Rotation 91, I believe that's meant to be. I've been thinking often about that group of academics who split off to live in the jungle caves years ago on Kuldar 2, when we first saw the cracks in the edifice. The sand brains, we called them. I thought they were cowards, but now I consider them fondly. I hope they stay hidden when the fanatics come. Sandbrain is the translator's attempt to generate projective. The original symbol combines stupidity and something akin to head in the sand. In Lee of a partially submerged fallen empire structure is a small island chain. The chain was created by a meteor impact millennia ago which left modest iridium deposits in the shallows, the source of the anomaly signal. The islands themselves are covered in lush fallen empire flora. A few patches near the shoreline have shed their foliage, and Syria excitedly scraped some of the material from the bare plant's exterior into hazardous sample container. So we might be able to do that thing for the trade police.
Yes, maybe.
This parasite is the perfect candidate for the aqua colony's food problem. It can break down the imperial fauna, but requires iridium so it can be kept in check. Well, that's fine. We can do that. Need to tweak its genetic code for the colony's biosphere. I need some more information on the Fallen Empire's flora, though. So we've got to find somewhere else. Alright. Back to there. We can now get more information. Just a quick question. Would everyone be okay with me building a dreadnought? Maybe the plans of a dreadnought?
Yeah.
Because you can do the plans of a ship, but you just need to do the research to get the bridge. I'd need enough research points to kind of get the bridge sorted out. But once I've got that, then go, okay. Where do we go from here? In the fact I'm still on tier 2 engines is crazy. I kind of want to know where the tier 3 stuff is. Oh, big fight, big fight, big fight. Hey people, how are we doing? Okay, we've still got one frigate out there. Oh, you don't like the anomalies. Yeah, you died. Come back, little planes. Come back. Nothing has obviously changed since the team's last visit. Okay, let's reconstruct that. Now, there's too much data to upload. 125 research points. Okay, the facility is responsible for turning that research into practical applications. Ominously, it looks like most recent focus was a radiation attack that passed through dense matter and still damaged DNA-like molecules. Ow! Well, there's too much data to upload. With the indices reconstructed, Ensign Rear gets a clearer view on the lab's activities. It was clearly a weapons research facility. The Devout apparently recently gained access to some powerful computing or AI resource. They've been using it to research numerous large-scale weapon programs for desperate biologies: silicon-based, plant-based, gaseous, organic. Recently, they had begun narrowing their research focus onto certain organic life processes. Obviously, these new reactive cloud missiles are the result of this research. Yep. Well, that's not a good thing. Crew. 5 more. Oh, it's so painful. It's so far away. Okay. What are we thinking, Red? What are we thinking?
I'm thinking you've got a half hour.
Yeah, I know.
So, do everything that will make your life easy in the week.
Back to that heretic ring. Yeah, it's not a bad idea, actually. Go over there, see where it takes us. Now, the bad news is that the radiation weapons they've been researching are broadly effective against most organic life, but specifically and suspiciously focused on DNA like ours. Yeah, because they don't like us. We've been kicking their butt. The good news is that research could do to reduce the danger posed by it. Not eliminate it completely, but significant mitigation. I'll add the data to Selena's lab when we get next dock. Okay. So we've got something we can do to counteract it somewhat. Which is important, because we do need to make sure that our people remain healthy and everything. It's not like their commanding officer is just going, go do that job again. I don't care if you've already lost an arm.
The prosthetics are probably better than the real thing.
Hello, Redgar Base. How are you today? Another automated factory, very similar to the one producing the Red Raiders we shut down. It was producing something until it was deactivated not long ago. There is still some refined titanium in the hoppers. Ensign Galise thinks that if he can reactivate the production controller, it would confirm whether the factory was also building the same kind of ships. Ensign Cygnus Lee is less enthusiastic about trading valuable resources for drones programmed to kill us, as they put it. Reactivate the systems. Let's find out what the hell's going on. has little difficulty in getting the control system back up. The machines work quickly, but before the fully formed attack ship takes shape, Galisi executes the system's emergency abort function. This vaporizes the inspection drone, mostly reduced to slag, but some pieces are still salvageable. I mean, it's not ideal, but... Alright, let's go deal with this Red Guard base before we do the other two planets. Oh, hello. You know what? No, we'll deal with the Red Guard base first. Oh, we've got another ring. Go get them, people. Oh, we got another one of those big wreck things. Ooh, beryllium. Yes, please, like that. Okay, let's go deal with you first, and then we'll come back for the heretic ring. No, nothing else. Okay, cool. Another evacuated pyramid. The team finds concealed encampment, but its observer or their remains are nowhere to be found. They were considerate enough to leave behind power supply and some disassembled components. That's nice of them. Yeah, there's nothing else there to do, unfortunately. And we have a full-on ring now. This unremarkable blobby protrusion is a sign of an inverted magma protrusion, according to Ensign Pricks. It's often contain iridium deposits. It does make getting home quicker, doesn't it?
Yep.
Inside the pyramid... Oh, atmospheric insect ducts are glassified. My guess is that superheated gas, like from a starship's exhaust, was directed into them. Huh. Inside the pyramid, the team finds the floors and walls caked with thick layer of black carbon deposited so long ago it has solidified into charcoal-like bark. A thorough search finds the same material over all interior surfaces. Most of the equipment shows severe heat damage, although an antenna array embedded in the exterior ornamentation is survived. The heat must have been less intense in the lower levels. Some partially dismantled equipment in the sub-basement survived. There are signs that a large device has been removed shortly before the heat event. One blackened case was left behind. Ironically, the team also failed to notice until they returned to the lander and reviewed their survey footage. Cargo, black sphere. Cannibal-sized object. Ability to cause sentient entity to forget about the object's existence when nearby. We're not entirely sure how it was made or why. That is a very clever piece of tech, though. I completely forgot about seeing it until they reviewed the footage. Right, let's have a look at the crew. One more, and then they level up. Ah! Okay. Can we do anything about that? Did we go there? I think we did, didn't we?
I think so.
That's probably a better idea, actually, Hammer. You're correct. I'm going to get the research on the radiation thing. And then we'll get to see if we can do anything else. That's all I need for now. Research. 750 points. Okay, let's have a look. It'll probably be at the bottom. Radiation resistance. Decrease risk to crew from devout's radiation attacks. Cool. Still got all these that are, like, you know, we have no idea. Okay, we've got 750. Let's find out how much it costs for... Dreadnought is 600. Allows construction of saucer bridge, smaller in max size than the Dreadnought, but with a larger support crew and lower resource cost. Do I do it?
How much is it?
600.
Hmm.
The Dreadnought.
Is there anything else you have to do?
There's loads of stuff I have to do, right? Enhanced penetrators. I mean, we could do more of the missiles. Burn efficiency, increase missile range, faster missile turning. There's nothing else apart from maybe that. Make our fighters more evasive. Heavy fighters. Increase our shields. The one thing I really want to do is to do with our plasma, but I just... Turn rate of your turrets. I'm guessing that is plasma 3. But I'm guessing we also have to get something in order to research it. Wolven, Red, check Discord.
I already have.
And?
Nothing there yet.
Material composites increases the resistance of the deflector modules. Well, that's nice. Oh, no, it means Dragon's message in general.
Oh, yeah. I put a heart on that.
Get the saucer bridge. Well, let's go to the shipyard. That's planning mode. New ship. That's big. Isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, this is planning mode, so it's not. I'd need to get more adamantite in order to do this. So we're just having a play, okay? So that's that. $135. Here's nice. What? Oh, the amount of size. Yes. Yes, that is nice. Right. Energy weapons. This is nuts. Isn't it?
It's pretty mad.
Utilities, survey lander goes in there. Scanner Mark 1 goes in there. I haven't even put engines on this fracking thing yet. That's the crazy bit. I haven't even put engines on this yet. Definitely going to need some venting, so... Okay. Put the launch bays on the sides. Back to back? I don't follow that, Wolven, I'm sorry. No, I'm not doing that. You mean like that? At least I think that's what you mean. That moves that. See, I had spaces all set out. that is useless. That's just that. Okay. Give me a stabilizer. That kind of works. That can't go there then. That's a problem. Gonna have to build something around that. Oh, no. Put you forward. Ooh, don't do that. This is going to cost so much in the way of resources. I kid you not.
I believe you.
I'm about halfway. You're still in the budget. No, I'm not. Adamantite. I haven't got that. I am, from the thing that I need, the saucer bridge. That is the thing I don't have enough of anything. And the worst part about it is I haven't even put engines on this thing yet. And the front is looking distinctly unprotected. Bulkheads I'm gonna need. Oh, they're the wrong ones. Need proper bulkheads. None of this partial bulkhead stuff. I've got to do engines on this. You have no flak fuels yet, Havoc. I know. I'm not using them on the cruiser, so I don't see the point. I've got an end with this. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8 plasmas right now. Right. Propulsion. That'll be a thing. Definitely going to need some of that, aren't I, Red?
Yes.
Yes. Little bit of propulsion, possibly useful. I've got 4 engines. My max speed is 14 AU a second. It's not enough. Actually, if I do that, that takes that up. Propulsion Mark 2. I'm sorry about this, everybody. But Wolven said, yeah, go on, do it. I need an exhaust vent on there. All right, it does 204 in void space. Give me a deflector on the front. Definitely going to need an exhaust vent on you. Gotta keep them guns cool somehow. Keep going with the deflectors. Yep, do that. Give you half deflectors on the front. That's nasty. What do you think?
Can we see the heat?
Don't know what it is about those engines down there that's making them warm up so much.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's exactly the same as the other side.
Something's weird.
Mm.
She is tanky, for sure, Wolven.
Oh, yeah.
But something's weird.
Very. Scanner's left, servo modular's right. Yeah. Scanner makes heat. But it's up there. Not down here. Okay, let's have a read what people are saying. There's a thing with a red bit on the port side next to the engines. It's not on the starboard side. I do that. Well, actually, let's get rid of those then. If I'm doing this, then I don't need that. Nope. Third engine from the left, directly atop. If you mean this thing, the reinforced vent, that is there. No, it's not sorting it. It is. It's like that left reinforced vent. It's not working. We can do this to help us on the... The crazy thing is I've still got power to spare.
Yes, you do.
I'm not entirely sure I can have so much more power.
Don't think about it too much.
Okay, so if we go for... No, definitely at least one Mark II. That's not a terrible thing, though. It's only a 20% loss. I really would like to get a Mark III engine. You know? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, a double deflector. That works. So what do I put in you? Nothing, I suppose, do I? And other than that, I just put a vent. No, I don't need the vent, do I? I don't need the vent.
Do you not?
Nope. It's attached to a vent.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
I think you need to test it, and then we need to end the stream.
Okay.
Oh, you can't build it.
I can't build it. I've not got enough iridium or adamantite. I do have one last thing I want to do on this, though. I have the power. I have the technology. I can't build it. So now I've got guns protecting the engines. Still got 18 hectares of space. What do you want me to add to it, Wolfen?
We're going to use that when new stuff comes in. That's bigger.
There you go. Okay, what has she got? 1, 2. So she's got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plasma 2s. She's 4 fighter bays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 missile launchers. A shield generator. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 engines. Doesn't need crew quarters. And yes, I'd love to take this for a spin, but there's no way we could afford to. I need 3 adamantite. I need 38 iridium. I need 4 uranium. So we're going to save the ship design. What should we call it? She doesn't have fixed guns, havocs, or lasers. Not that you need any of them on that. Devourer. She has a shield generator which will protect it. We know that.
Yeah.
We've got multiple point defense weapons in the form of the plasmas. 12 squadrons of fighters. And I think it's 6 missile launchers. Hammer. Scotty Puff Sr., the Doombringer. She has front armor, which is powerful. Yeah, cool. The Enterprise. There's no way that's the Enterprise.
Also, everyone knows that if Rival is making a ship and naming it after Star Trek, it won't be the Enterprise.
No, it won't.
Oh, you mean HMS Enterprise?
Ooh. All right, this is my resource goal, the MF Blackwatch.
You need to do some trading.
Oh,
I know where you can get iridium.
yeah, I know where I can get iridium as well. Uranium is not too bad to get. Adamantite is going to be a bit of a pain in the neck. No, this is the MF Blackwatch. Because that's what those guys are going to be screaming the second this thing shows up in system. We'll take on anything they want to say. Oh my god. Okay, everyone's written letters to their next of kin, right? Because we got to face that thing now. All right, so that's what we're going to be building. That's what we're flying. I've got all that, and I've only added 2 engines.
Rival loves this game.
And you question how you've earned a reputation? Yes, Hammer, I don't understand. I need to build a Harrington vs. Dreadnought or missile loadout. The missiles are good. But there's too many weapons in this for point defense. So you have to overwhelm them. And then you have to wait for them to rebuild back. But anyway, that was good. I will endeavor to have all the resources available to build the MF Blackwatch next week. And then we will see the numbers for squadrons and missiles go up. Because that's 2 launch bays. I've got 4. I'll see how many launches I can fit. They don't take a lot of power. They really don't. But anyway, that'll be next Sunday. I don't know what we're doing next week. People seem to be busy, so we'll have to see what happens. But I have played Menace this week. I'm intrigued. I'm not sure, though. The MF Blackwatch never takes survivors. Where did the stories come from? Rival post his kills on Galactic Tape. Oh, I love you, Hammer. All right, until next time, you lot take care of yourselves. We'll see you there, okay? Bye-bye.